Good evening, everybody. Wait for a few people to join in. Good evening, everybody who's joining. If you're new to the group, please just say hello in the chat. I know those of you joining us from Claire's groups on the Zoom classes, I know you usually do it on Zoom. It's slightly different where you can obviously see each other and have a conversation. This is more of a one-way stream, so obviously you'll follow the instructions that I give throughout. But again, any questions, queries, by all means, throw them into the chat. And midstream, I'll try and answer what I can, depending on how out of breath I am. So class doesn't start until 7 p.m. and then we'll get going. Like I say, if you just drop an introduction into the chat when you join up, please, just so we know who's here. So like I say, if you're new to this stream, and again, just reiterating what I was saying a moment ago, those of you joining us from Movement & Co, from Claire's group, welcome, first and foremost. If you can, just drop a quick introduction into the live chat, just to let me know who's here. Any queries throughout, or any of you have any issues or anything's hurting, by all means, again, put some queries into the chat box and I will try and monitor those as we go through the class. I will go through, once people are on the stream and ready, I will then obviously explain how this session will work, because again, I presume, or I'm assuming that it is slightly different to what Claire does, Claire and Laura. So again, it's slightly different. I manage it the way I manage my PT sessions. So it's a lot of it's time-based, and that way you work to your ability within the time frame given. Mel, I would expect nothing less. Good to see you, my dear. Well done. Hopefully Ange will show up shortly as well. There's a few more joining from my PT groups, so hopefully should be quite a busy class tonight. So got another 15 minutes to go before we actually start, but what I want to try and do is, as more and more people join in, I will go through the actual process. I know my PT group already know how these sessions now operate, but what I will say is I'll run through the process. I try and keep it as simple for everyone, and if you are just joining in, I will go over it again, but basically everything is time-based, so you work to your ability. So again, if you're new into the group, please just drop us a hello and a quick introduction into the chat. If you have any questions or queries for me, again, drop them into the chat and I will try and do my best to answer throughout. There is no music with my session, so if you've got music at home, by all means, turn it on. Main reason being, with YouTube, there are slightly different licensing rules, so music unfortunately doesn't feature at the moment, but I am trying to work a way around that, but we shall see. But alternatively, you can by all means throw some music out at home if you've got it. So turn it up on the laptop, on the phone, whatever you need. But you've got to be obviously able to hear me still throughout. So let's have a quick look. If you are new into the group as well, please hit the subscribe button on the channel. So there are more classes that I'm doing. So I do my body weight my body weight PT session on a Tuesday night at 7 p.m. And from this Friday onwards, I'll always do my core class. So body weight, as it says on the tin, it is a full all body exercise session, no weights required. It is a very hard workout, and those in my PT group who are in here now, I'm sure will be more than happy to testify for that one. And then my Friday night class will be a pure core class. So there's a few bit of elements of body weight in there with some functional movements and a lot of sort of dynamic stuff and a few static movements as well. But again, it's obviously core centric. So that's tonight's class. What I do with my sessions and my channel is I create a new link every week. So on the Friday morning, so this morning, I set this live link up and I share it with my groups. So that link, when you join it at some point throughout the day, or when you join it in the evening, that's then live until the following Friday. So if you do miss this class on the evening that it runs, the link itself will still work for another week. So you can still actually take part in the class. Or if you love it that much, you can do it twice or maybe even 3 times. So the link will continue working for a week thereafter. And then I refresh that link every week. So hopefully you get that there. But like I say, just anyone joining us now, I see a couple of you joining. If you're from Movement & Co, welcome, first and foremost. By all means, please just drop a quick message into the chat and introduce yourselves. So I've got a mix of my PT group in here and Claire's group for Movement & Co. So complete mix of everyone this evening. A slightly different format from what I gather. But again, I'll go through that shortly. So we'll let people join and then we'll go through the format of the class and go from there. But hopefully you're all surviving lockdown. It's not too strenuous and you haven't seen off your spouses and your other halves because it is quite testing on all of us, which is why, sessions like this, quite key, quite crucial. Healthy body, healthy mind, and all that jazz. But it's good to get out there and good to do what you can. Obviously, you want a day outside, but if you can do a bit of core and body weight stuff at home as well, you actually find you can be a bit more efficient. Double up. I don't know about some of you, but I've managed to double or triple my training in some instances, and I've never been quite so efficient with my training plan, which is always nice. But yeah, gotta stay positive throughout this. All you need tonight really is a mat. If you've got hard flooring, or you really don't like your carpet and it's too thin, thankfully it's quite soft and spongy in here, so I won't use a mat. But if you have one, do. And then obviously a drink. It can get quite intense. There's a couple of bits that will really get the heart rate up. So just bear that in mind. So have a drink to hand and a towel if you need it. And then we'll get started in a moment. So like I say, if you are just joining us, please by all means introduce yourself into the chat. So pop a quick message in to say hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So if you're just joining in, again, a couple more people joined. Please just give us a quick introduction into the chat if you can. Just let me know who's here. I know I've got a few more people joining from my PT group this evening, and hopefully a few from Claire's over at Movement & Co. So a bit of a mixed bag this evening. And so by all means, drop a quick message in. And then if you can, just hit the subscribe button for more updates and more videos. There will be future channels, future sessions coming from me. So my sessions will always be this Friday night core class in partnership with Claire at Movement & Co. So this will continue. I used to teach this class at another gym, who shall remain nameless for now, about 5 or 6 years ago. And it was probably one of the more popular classes at said gym until I decided to sort of jack it in and stop working for said person. But I've been badgered by some of my PT ladies, who some of you may know, Ange and Mel, to try and revive it. And do you know what? Best opportunity right now, whilst we can, doing it online gives me the perfect platform to do it. So why not revive it to what it used to be? So bear with us for a couple of weeks, but I'm sure we'll get back into the swing of things. And then also I do run a pure body weight class. So it's a bit of a high intensity, quite hardcore. And again, my PT ladies and my PT group will testify to that as well. So yeah, that's on a Tuesday night at 7 p.m. But again, every link that I go live with, so if you subscribe to the channel, I'll send it through to you there. But alternatively, I do have a WhatsApp group as well, where I pop each week into that group a new link for that evening's session. And then, like I say, if you can't make it on the night, you can still go back to the link and still do the session up until the following week. So if you love it that much, you can do it 2 or 3 times. So no excuses for anyone, really. Let's have a look. Who have we got joining us? So again, if you are new, please just say hello, quick introduction to the chat. Any questions throughout, again, pop a message in there throughout the session and I will try and do my best to answer. We've got quite a few more minutes before we actually start. So we'll wait for more people to join in and then I'll go through the actual process of what we're going to do this evening and how these sessions work. Because I understand that they are slightly different from what the other team get from Movement & Co. So it's a slightly different process. And this is more time-based. So this allows for your own ability to work as hard as you can. And rather than doing it on a rep-based system, I'll do it on a time-based system. But obviously, once we get into a circuit, there's no stopping. The rest periods are timed and the work period is timed. So you really are pushed to really have a go and go as hard as you can. So I no rest for the wicked, I'm afraid. Don't give much rest, but it's worth it. And I let you get a breather in between. So let's have a quick look. So the other thing I was going to say is there is no music on this stream, partly because of the element that it's YouTube. So there are different licensing rules, which I'm trying to sort of get my head around and see if we can get some music on the stream for these sessions. But if not, by all means, put some music on at home, but just make sure you can still hear what I'm saying, because obviously I do give all my instructions and also there is a timer for you to listen to as well. So just bear in mind, you need to be able to hear what I'm saying, the timer, but by all means, throw some music on in the background just to keep motivated, but hopefully you shouldn't need it too much. Again, hit the like button for this video, please, if you can. Hit the subscribe button for more videos. So new core class every Friday and the link stays live. So if you don't catch it on the Friday evening, you can catch it and you can still do it at any point until the following week. And then there's also a bodyweight class on a Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Same thing, different link, but that link will also work for a week. So if you can't make the Tuesday night session at 7, you can still access the link, you can still do the session. And like I say, if you love it that much, you can do it 2 or 3 times a week. So you can get your extra in for sure. But good to see a few people coming in, joining in now. Please just drop a quick introduction into the chat. Say hello, and then I'll wait for a few more minutes for a few more people to join in. And then what I'll do is I'll run through the process of how we work. Because again, those of you joining who are new to this, to my class, so I run a PT session on a Tuesday night, and I now, as of this evening, here and after, I will run my Friday night core class. This was originally run from when I used to work at a gym locally. Very, very popular class, and absolutely loved it. But after leaving said gym, for certain reasons, I decided not to carry it on, but I carried on with my PT classes and my groups. So they all came to me there. But I've been sort of badgered and kindly coerced into bringing it back. Well done, Ange. Good to see you back in the group. There's one of my PT regulars who may have been behind pushing me to try and get this class back together. So partly this is for you, Ange. It's a good session, very, very hard workout, and yeah, doesn't really let up for the hour. So probably won't run the full hour this evening. We'll probably do about a good 50 minutes or so, probably a bit more, just depending on how much we need to go through in detail at the start, just so people understand what it is we're doing. So I'll wait for a few more people to join. We're coming up to the time to start, but I'll wait a moment for now. And then what I'll do is I will run through the process of how we work on these sessions. And then we'll go from there. So all you need for tonight's session is a mat. So if you've got hard flooring or really thin carpet, you will need a mat. Also, drink can get quite sweaty, quite hard in places. So by all means have a drink nearby, and a towel. If you're a particularly sweaty person, you will need some hand stability. So again, just dry yourself off if you need to. Just obviously make sure you don't slip and hurt yourselves. But obviously throughout the session, by all means, drop a message into the comment box, into the chat. Please ask away. If there's any issues, again, just drop a message into the chat and I'll do my best to answer them. But what I'll do is just gonna wait. A couple people dropped off there. And then what I'll do is I'll go through the process on how this works. And then just go through obviously how we work, how the whole session runs, and then at least any questions I can answer them quickly before we start, and then we'll get into it. So ultimately, with all my sessions, there's a full warm-up, normally split into 2 or 3 different exercises as a rotating circuit, and then repeated thereafter. So again, make sure you are fully warm, because what I don't want you to be doing on a core session is obviously going through a session, not being fully warm, not being limber, tweak something, because obviously that's not fun, especially not when you're stuck at home. So we want to make sure you are nice and limber, warmed up properly. So we do a full warm up, and then from there, what I will always do is we then go into different circuits. And typically speaking, the circuit could be either 1 or 2 exercises, depending on what sort of class we're doing. Most of tonight is 1 exercise, but it's all time-based. So again, I'll explain the quick circuit to you, explain the timing parameters. I will be using my my Gym Boss app for my phone. So please do listen out for the beeps. So you'll hear them, but obviously I'll give instructions to go with that as well. So you've got, I won't spoil it for you because I'll just spring it on when you wait to get to the class, but there's quite a few bits here to go through. Big solid warm up. There's 5 circuits in total. And then once we've done all 5 circuits, I'll then run through a full stretch session with you as well. So we have a full cool down, a good stretch, because again, I don't want anyone to go away from this sore and stiff. It's not what we're about. So yeah, any queries, drop them in here. And then we're going to get started in just a moment. So just to reiterate that point, my classes run slightly differently from those of you joining from Movement & Co. They differ in the sense that I manage everything on a time basis. So quite simply, I will say, prime example, first circuit here is 60 seconds on, 30 seconds off. You'll hear the timer on my phone go off, and I'll obviously give you the instructions whether it's to the session starting or whether you're stopping and you're resting. So I'll give you that clear instruction throughout. And I'll explain how many times we're doing that round, and obviously what the exercise entails. So you've got a full understanding of what we are doing. And then we have a quick breather in between, quick stretch, and then we'll explain the next circuit whilst you're stretching. And then obviously we'll go straight into the next circuit. Okay, so like I say, it's going to be a full hour's class, but we probably won't work for the full hour. I'm just going to wait for everyone to just get themselves ready, and then we'll get started. Again, any questions, by all means, drop them into the chat. I know those of you joining from Movement & Co, I know you use Zoom. This is a one-way system, so it's not like you have the ability to chat. So by all means, give a quick instruction into the chat on the side of the screen here. Any queries, drop them into there. Good to see a few more numbers coming in now. But very, very simply, my sessions run on a time-based system. So I'll explain the circuit first, and then I'll explain the timing parameters. I've got a Gym Boss app on my phone, which will give me the timers. So just listen out for those. But again, I'll give instructions as we go through each circuit as well. So we'll start off with a warm-up in a moment. Good solid warm-up. Make sure you're nice and limber. Have a quick stretch off. And then from there, as we go through it, I'll explain each circuit as we go through. We'll complete that one, and whilst you're having a quick breather and a stretch in between each circuit, I'll be explaining the next one, so we can go straight into it. So there's some elements that are quite intense. There are some that are a bit more relaxing, but still very hard. This is a core class at the end of the day. So yeah, it's quite varied. But yeah, 5 past, got a few of you here now. And if you are new into this group, please hit the subscribe button. Tom, yes, you legend. Good to see you, mate. Well done. Glad you've made it, buddy. Long time no speak. Enjoy. You know what I'm all about, Tom. Hard work, no pain, no gain. So yeah, no excuses, mate. Well done. And good lad. But yeah, any questions, drop them into here. I will come back and forth, and you'll see what I'm doing in the background. I will come back and forth to check the chat. So bear with me, and I'll try and answer any queries or help if I can. So let's, a few of you here now, we're going to get started into our warm-up. So our warm-up consists of 3 exercises. Nice and simple. You're going to start with a jog on the spot, pumping your arms, okay? Exercise number 1. Exercise number 2, nice and simple, jumping jacks, okay? So nice and big, jumping jacks, okay? So that's exercise number 2. Exercise number 3 on this one is your wide step toe taps. So go really wide on this, slight bend in the knee. Now, you're going to take your right foot down to your left and go out to reach outside your foot, and then reach out there. that would count as 1 rep. Okay. Again, I'll explain the reps. I'll keep counting the reps as we go through the session. So you can listen to my count. So if you are slightly behind or slightly ahead, don't worry. I'll keep counting, keep giving the instructions, and then we'll go through it. So for those of you who just joined in again, there are 3 exercises to the warm-up. Nice and simple. You're running on the spot, pumping your arms. Okay. There's going to be 20 reps of that. Then you've got your 20 jumping jacks. Okay, so nice and simple. And then from there, you're going to go wide stance, opposite hand to foot, toe taps. Okay, so you're going to start opening up that core. Right, 4 times through on this warm up. We're going to get ready to go. So if you're ready, let's start with the warm up. Round 1, running on the spot out with your arms. Ready? 3, 2, 1, off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good. Jumping jacks. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good. Wide toe taps. So down, 1, 2. Make sure you come up in the middle. 3. Good. Core nice and tight. 4. Control your breathing. 5, 6. Reset in the middle every time. 7. Good. 8, 9, 10, 11, good, 12, nice and steady, 13, good, core tight, controlled, 14, 15, good job, keep going, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Good. Straight back into running on the spot. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good. Jumping jacks. Go. 1, 2, 8, 9, 10. Keep going. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good. Wide feet, opposite toe taps. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good work. Keep going. Nice and steady. 10. Core tight. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Keep going. Come on. Push, push, push. 16, 17. Start working that trunk. 18, 19, 20. Good. Right, straight back into running on the spot. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good. Jumping jacks, 20 reps. 3, 2, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good. Wide toe taps again. Work on that trunk movement. Keep your core tight. Go. 1, 2. Try and reach out a bit further now. Obviously, you're loosening off a little bit, so you can afford to reach a bit further. Make that 4. Good. 5. Nice and steady. 6. Control your core. 7. 8. Really start to reach out now. 9. Good. 10. Come on, really push yourselves. 11. 12. 13. 14. Really push yourself. 15. 16. 17. Keep going. 18. 19. And 20. Good. Last time through on the warm-up. Running on the spot. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Jumping jacks. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Wide toe taps. Go. Really try and reach now. 1, 2. Really reach. Core tight. 3. Good. 4. Opposite hands, remember. 5. Really stretch out. 6. Good job. 7. Core tight. Come on. Breathe, breathe, breathe. 8. 9. 10. Well done, everyone. Keep going. 11. 12. 13. Big reach now. Come on. Last time through. 14. 15. 16. Keep going. 17. 18. 19. And 20. Good. Get a bit of fresh air in here. Well done, everyone. Well done. Rach, good to see you, my dear. Well done. Glad you could join us. So, well done, everyone. Nice solid warm up. So, go through your stretches. So, start with your calves. Just push something over for now. Get heel into the ground. Hold that there. Hold for about 15-20 seconds and then change sides. Okay, you've done that. Into your static hamstring. So put your weight on your bent knee, which is this leg here. Other leg straight, reach for your toes. Okay, hold that there. So you're pulling your toes towards you, putting your weight on your bent knee. Stretch out the back of your hamstring. And then change sides. So weight on the other knee now. Bring that toe up towards you. Hold that there. Good. And relax there. Going to go into our hip flexors now. So put one knee on the floor. Push through your open hip. So I want to push through that there. So if your if your left leg is forward, I want you, when you found the stretch, I want you to then twist to the left and hold that there. Just intensifies this stretch. Okay. Hold that. Okay, if your right leg forward first, and obviously twist to the right. And relax there, change sides. So other leg forward now, push through your open hip. And then once you've found the stretch, twist to the side your front leg is facing on. Again, just intensifies that stretch, loosens everything off. And relax there. Going to go into nice back stretch. So if you sit back onto your heels, arms out in front of you, just want you to put your head down and just slowly inch your hands forward. So pull your back out and just hold that there. Control your breathing. Good, and relax there. Into a bit of cat and dog. So, starting off, it's going to cat. So, pull your chin in and your back right up. So, you're trying to pull yourself off the floor. Really pull, 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 pull. And into dog. Pull your stomach down. So, imagine there's a string straight through your stomach, pulling down to the floor, and chin all the way up. Really feel that stretch through your abs. And back into cat. So pull your back up, chin in. Hold that there. And you try to pull yourself off the table, off the floor, and then back into dog, all the way up, chin up. Again, imagine there's that string pulling you down really tight. Nice, good stretch. And relax there. Okay. How are you all feeling? All okay? Good, good, good. So we're going to go into our first circuit. I'll explain, as I said at the beginning of this session, I'll explain the exercise first, and then the timings, and obviously the rounds as well. So this one is a double caterpillar. So for those of you joining for my class, haven't done it before, give you a side-on motions at the moment. So double caterpillar, nice and simple, from a standing position, okay? You're going to walk your hands out, okay? You're then going to walk your feet up as if you're like a tortilla, okay? And then you're going to walk your feet back all the way to the start position, then walk your hands up. That would be considered to be 1 rep, okay? So you walk your hands out, you then walk your feet to your hands. When you're in that position, hips nice and high, okay? So your hips nice and high, you then walk your feet back and walk your hands back to your feet and stand up. So you stand up in between each rep, okay? That's the full double caterpillar. So this session is this circuit is a 60 seconds work and a 30-second rest, 4 times through. So let's get the right stopwatch ready. Okay, so if you're ready, have a quick drink if you need to. It is warm. It might be raining, but it's certainly warm. Okay, so 4 times through, double caterpillars. You're working for 60 seconds, rest for 30. Are we ready? So if you listen for the beeps, make sure that's on loud. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. So you walk your caterpillar out, then walk your feet into your hands, nice and high hips. Walk your feet back all the way. Then walk your hands back into your feet and stand up and go. Now do as many reps as you can for this minute, okay? This is not about a number of reps set specifically. This is how many reps you can do whilst holding a good form, okay? I don't want to see sloppy form, because sloppy form causes injuries and problems and niggles, which is obviously not what we're here to achieve. Good, keep working. Nice and steady. So Flexibility, get your feet as close as you can. Keep them as straight, your legs as straight as possible. Good. And get your hips nice and high. Keep working. Come on, last bit. And rest there. 30 seconds rest. So just a couple of points on that. On the form on this one, you've got to really make sure your legs are as straight as you can as you're walking them towards your hands. Get your hips nice and high, core nice and tight, and obviously keep it really steady and controlled. Ready? Round 2 coming up. 5 seconds. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Off we go. So tiptoes all the way up. Good. And back. And walk your hands back in and stand up. Engage and go again. If you want a bit more of a challenge, by all means, when you walk your hands out to start with, go as far as you can. Really stretch yourself. So really push your hands out quite far. So you're really intensifying that core strength of keeping your arms and your legs stable whilst you're bringing your feet in. Good, keep going. Come on, push on. As many reps as you can. Good, good, good. Keep working. Nice and tight. Good job. Well done, everyone. Keep going. Breathe, 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 breathe. And rest. Right, that's 2 rounds. 2 more to go. How's everyone doing? No more comments? So we're all okay, I don't think. Yep, we're all okay. Good. So 2 more rounds, 15 seconds rest. So again, really get those hips nice and high. Make that core work. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So walk your hands out as far as you can. Toes towards, hips nice and high, and back. Good. So it's a bit shouldery on this one. But there's a lot of core, hell of a lot of core strength in here. And obviously the further you send your hands out to begin with, the harder the core element is. So you can really push yourselves here. So if you want, you can go, see how far you can take it as flat as you can, then walk your feet in slowly. Good. Nice high hip position. Go all the way out. And then walk your hands back. Good. Again, keeping your legs as straight as you can whilst you're doing this. Go, 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 go. Get a nice high hip position. Good work, everyone. Keep pushing. Make sure you stand up in between each rep. And rest there. Another comment. Well done, Tom. Keep going, mate. You got this. So 15 seconds rest. Right, 1 more round of this. And then we're going to a different circuit. Don't worry, 10 seconds. Okay. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Let's work. Last bit. Come on. All the way out. Nice high hips. Fold up like a tortilla or a book or whatever you want to call it. Those of you who'll be joining my classes online, you'll learn that sometimes I use some really odd phrases and get words horribly wrong, or I mix words up. Because, you know what? When you're in the zone, you forget what you're doing, things happen. So I apologise now for getting some horrible phrases wrong and mixing words. But as long as you guys are getting the workout done, that's all that matters to me. Keep going. Come on, push, push, push. Walk those toes in nice and close. Good, 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 good. Keep going. Come on. As much as you can. Stand up in between. Reset that core. Good. Keep going and rest. Well done. Okay, breather. Have a stretch if you need to. Right. Okay, so have a quick stretch. Have a breather. It is warm. Hopefully you're all feeling that okay. I know I'm certainly warm, that's for sure. So circuit 1 complete. Next circuit. So if you want to go through your stretches whilst I'm explaining this next circuit, please do. So if there's anything niggling, have a quick stretch. Obviously I'll explain, just listen out. So the next circuit is a pike to opposite toe taps. Whilst I spent my time at uni, I was very fortunate to spend a lot of time with the Olympic dive team. Interesting bunch. But yeah, taught me a few things. So proper pike with toe taps. So what I'd like to see, obviously fully lying down, arms starting above your head. So if you're fully flat on the floor, stretch yourselves out. Okay, so as you come up, I want you to reach across your core, so across your body. So you're effectively sending your right hand on the outside of your left foot and your left hand on the outside of your right foot. Get nice and high, straight legs. That is your pike to opposite toe tap. I'm not very flexible, so I won't get right up into the middle. Don't encourage him, Mel. So yeah, what I want to try and see, try and meet as high as you can in the middle when you tap your toes or go outside of them, but make sure it's right foot to on the outside of your left foot, sorry, right hand on the outside of your left foot and your left hand on the outside of your right foot. You're working for 30 seconds and you get a 15 seconds rest, 4 times through. So let's get the timer up. So again, there's no rest other than the 15 seconds. You just keep plowing on. So I'm going to get a slight angle here so you can see what I'm doing if you need to. Oh, no, wrong timer, sorry. I nearly gave you 45 seconds of that. That would be hard. Okay, so pike to toe taps. Are we ready? So lying flat, arms above your head. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. So you come across. So as you come up, you just slight twist. And there, good. All the way up. Reach for those toes. Comes on the outside of your foot. Leg comes up straight. There's just a twist at the top just to get outside your foot. Good. Try and come up with your arms and your feet at the same time. Good, nice and controlled. Breathing, steady. And rest. I forgot how hard this class is to do and speak at the same time. So like I said, it's been about 5 or 6 years since I've done it. So yeah, this could be interesting. I'm sure we'll all feel this tomorrow in the next couple of days. 2, 1, and go. So same again. Really power across. If you want to do it single arm, you can. If you want to do it two-handed, not a problem. If it's too much, what you can do, you can just go bring your leg up, leave your back on the floor, and just use your arms. If it's too much getting off the floor, just do a bit of that. So reach with your feet. So your feet do most of the work, but you're still getting a bit of an ab workout in here. Okay, so that's the slightly easier option. Still hits the abs, still does the job, or you go full hog. Good, and relax there. 2 rounds, 2 more to go. So if you want that slightly easier option, just leave your back on the floor and just reach for those toes as they come up, or you go full hog. Ready? 2, 1, and go. So again, reach just outside your toes, or your foot, sorry. So if you're leading with your right arm, you reach on the outside of your left foot. If you're leading with your left arm, obviously you reach on the outside of your right foot. Good. Nice and steady. What does amaze me is how some of the divers used to do this for quite literally hours on end. Their core strength was immense. Nice and steady, and rest there. One more to go. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Hard session. 3, 2, 1, and go. Even I got that one wrong then. I've lost my rhythm. There we go. Found it. Nice and controlled. All the way up. Really reach. Like I say, I don't have much flexibility in my hamstrings, which means I can't always get my legs high. That's the joys of spending a lot of time on a bike. I might have strong legs and a strong core, but I don't necessarily have flexibility. Keep going. Push, 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 and rest. Okay, and breathe there. Whew, that was a burner. I forgot about that one. So have a quick breather. Have a drink. Take a moment for yourself. That was quite hard. Okay, so what have we got next? Ooh, nice, slightly easier one. Back into some of our body weight exercises here. Now, we don't use weights in these sessions at the moment. We will introduce weights at some point. So if you've got any small dumbbells at home, in the coming weeks, they will become useful. And I'll explain why. But initially, for the first couple of weeks, just to get people into it, we won't use any weights. But obviously, this next exercise will, you could throw a weight in there to make it a little bit harder. So nice and simple. We have got your lunges with twists. These are on a 60-second work rate and a 30-second rest. And in essence, all we are looking for, if you're looking straight on here, all you're looking for is a right foot comes out, you lunge down, you find your lunge, arms out in front, and you twist to the side. Imagine you have a ball in your hands and back in. Okay, so this is all about your core stability here. And left foot forward, down. Imagine you've got a ball in your hands, twist to the left and back in. So you really want to work on that core stability there to make sure you're not falling over, really keeping steady. This is not about rushing it. Please make sure you alternate between the legs. So you alternate each rep, okay, between legs, working for 60 seconds, 30 seconds rest, 4 times through. Are we all okay? I've not seen any messages, no one's dropped off the stream that I can see. So I presume you're all okay. Right, let's get the stop timer up. Okay. So let's get this one started. So like I say, 4 times through, 60 seconds work, 30 seconds rest. You ready? 3. This is about concentration now. Don't rush the reps, just work on the core stability and the twist. 3, 2, 1, and go. So right leg forward and twist to your right. Good. As far as you can, you want to twist, if you can, ideally, almost as if you're twisting behind you. So arms out in front, imaginary ball, and back. Good. So again, if it's your left leg forward, I want you to twist to the left. If it's your right leg forward, you twist to the right. Good. Nice and steady, so nice and deep on these lunges. Good. Nice and controlled. Well done, everyone. Keep going. Core nice and tight. Control your breathing. Ooh, what was that balance? Good. Nice and steady and stop. Rest. 30 seconds. So quick breather. This one's slightly lighter on you at the moment. Still a lot of core, still a lot of flexibility. It's not quite as intense. 5 seconds. Ready? 2, 1. Let's go. So nice and steady. Imaginary ball. Twist as far as you can. Control the pace. Again, don't rush it. Nice and steady. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Good. That's the one. Keep going. Well done, everyone. Watch that stability. Keep your core tight. So down, engage, and round. Again, if you can try and reach around as far as you can. Becomes a bit of a leg burner, this one. Lots of lunges. And rest there. Good. 2 more to go. Are we all okay? Yeah, no more messages in that. Good. Hopefully still enjoying it. 10 seconds. Okay, third round coming up. 5, 3, 2, 1, and go. Good. So again, get nice and deep on these lunges. And then really get that twist going. Control your core so you don't start wobbling all over the place. Again, imagine that ball is still in your hands the whole time. So keep the same sort of width between your hands as you go twist around. Good. Nice and steady. If you feel like you're starting to wobble and go off balance, control it. Just pause, have a moment, and carry on. Good job. Well done, everyone. Keep going. Come on. Last few reps and rest. All right, one more round of this. Good job, everybody. Good job. Ten seconds. And we go from here. We're going to go into another very ab-centric session. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Last time from these lunges. Go. Down and twist. Really push that twist now. See how far you can take it without losing your balance. This is not about racing the reps. This is about controlling your core. Good. Down and twist. Good work. Well done, everyone. That's it. Keep going. Steady, steady, steady. Nice balance. Again, control your breathing as well. So the better you control your breathing, the easier this will be. A bit like everything, really. If you can manage your heart rate and your breathing, you can get more done. You're improving your fitness with it. Good. Keep going. Come on, last few reps. Nice and steady. Good. And rest there. Okay, have a quick stretch if you need to. So have a quick stretch. And I will explain the next circuit. So, really straightforward. Ab crunch effectively, but then a full extend in between. So I'll show you the demonstration first. I will make an easier option for you, so let me just show this one first, and then I'll explain the slightly easier versions. So really straightforward. Okay, so again, if you're lying flat, either hands on the temples, don't put them behind your head because you end up pulling your head up and straining your neck and your back. So either on temples or just to the side in the air, but don't necessarily pull your head up. Okay, so what we're going to look here is the hard way and the full exercise. I want to see both feet off the ground and you crunch elbow to knee, crunch elbow to knee, fully extend out and back, extend out. That is the full workout if you want the hard sort of workout. If that's too much, that's not a problem. You keep your feet on the floor, and from there I want you to twist up and across, up and across, and then head back on the floor, and then bring your knees up and out and down, and repeat up and up. So that's the slightly easier version. Okay, but what I'd like to see is full crunch, extend out, full crunch, extend out. You're working for 30 seconds, okay? 15 seconds rest, 4 times through. So this is quite intense, going to be quite painful, especially if we haven't done a lot of core work for a while, but at least you've got a slightly easier option to go into if needs be. So if you want to start with the hard, if that feels too much, go to the easy one for the second circuit, second round even, then maybe go back to the hard one, and then maybe finish on the easy one. Mix it up depending on how you're feeling. Okay, so let's get the timer ready. Oh, again, this is giving me the wrong timer. Sorry, this is sorry about this. My timers seem to have edited themselves. Right, 30 and 15. So working for 30 seconds, rest for 15, 4 times through. Are we ready? So crunch, full extend, and repeat. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Good. Nice and steady. So crunch, extend. Crunch, extend. Crunch, extend. Good. Breathe. And rest. Good job. 15 seconds, breathe, that's all it is. So remember, it's crunch, extend, crunch, extend. If you can get right up here, fantastic. 2, 1, and go. So crunch, extend, crunch, extend. If that's too much, stay on the floor and do it, and you're crunching to your knee, and leg out. Go. And go. Breathe. And rest. This one gets you 15 seconds rest. Good work. 2, 1, and go. Crunch. So knees to elbows or elbows to knees. Make sure you breathe. And rest. Right, one more round of this. This is hard. Come on, doing really well. Let's keep this up. One more round and we're done on this one. 5 seconds. Last time through. 3, 2, 1, and go. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Nice and steady. And rest there. Good work. That was tough. I forgot how tough that one was. So, quick breather again. Well done, everybody. It was quite tough, really, really hard. So, good job. So, have a quick breather on that one. Last one is more of a stationary position with a bit of pulsing if you want to intensify this. So those of you who go to the Movement & Co classes, you will sort of know this one. It's a bit of a W-sit. My PT ladies will again remember this one from many years ago. The W-sit, nice and straightforward. So sitting there, okay, so nice straight back, head up. So you're trying to keep your head as flat as you can. Okay, there you go. And if you want to make it harder, you can pulse out and in, pulse out and in. So that's the hard element. The easy one is just to hold, keep your calves parallel the floor. Okay, that's the key bit. So calves parallel the floor, back nice and straight. If you want to intensify that, bit like that last circuit, you just extend out and in, extend out and in. Good. So, same concept, 4 times through, 30 seconds working, 15 seconds rest. Okay, are we ready? So this is the last circuit, and then we'll go into our stretches. So a bit of a shorter session tonight. First time back for a while for a lot of us, but also done a bit of explanation at the beginning. So this will be the last circuit, and then we'll go for a good stretch off together. Are we ready? So very crucial, get that V-sit right. Ready? 3, 2, 1, off we go. So extend out if you want. So calves parallel to the floor. So if you're extending out, make sure you keep your heels up. There's your full sit. Good. And out. And in. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Core tight. Keep your arms up. And rest there. 15 seconds, all you get this time. 4 times through, remember. Ready? 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. This is not a race on this, so don't power through the reps. Nice and steady, core tight. Good. Don't lose form. And rest there. Cool, I forgot I have my legs there as well. Right, 2 more times through, and then we can stretch. So remember, keep those legs steady, core tight. If you're going to lose balance, don't go too far back. 2, 1, go. Nice and steady. Controlled core, control your breathing. All the way. Oh. Nice and steady. Oh, my back's gone already. Too much time on the bike. Well done. One more time through, 10 seconds. I think my abs have given up on me here. 5 seconds. Ready, last time through. 3, 2, 1, and go. Keep your arms up. Control your breathing. Nice and steady. I'm losing form myself, so I'm going to stop there because I'm losing my form, so I'm going to hold the sit and rest there. Good. And relax. Well done. Well done, everybody. Really hard session. Like I say, I've probably not taught that class for about 5 or 6 years now. So really, really tough. I'm not going to lie, I forgot how hard it was in some places. But it's completely varied. So, there's a lot of ab work, there's some functional work, there's some dynamic stuff. It's completely varied. Week in, week out, it will always change. There are some elements that will stay the same because they're just brilliant core exercises just to be throwing in, or there might be variations of a similar exercise, or I'll change the timings or how we do it and what we fix it with. So that in this essence is sort of a taster of the core class. Hope you enjoyed it. We are going to go for a stretch now as well. So if we start with our calves, please. So push something over because your legs have worked a bit as well. Just want to make sure you don't tweak anything. So starting with your calf, heel into the ground. Hold that there. And change sides. So again, if you do a lot of sport elsewhere and relax there, into your static hamstrings as well. So if you do a lot of sport elsewhere, you'll find that sometimes you use different body parts, muscles that are stronger to try and get you to do the exercise itself. Obviously, it's because you're dominant in one area. So, for example, I do a lot of running and cycling, so I know my legs are incredibly strong. So I do often rely on those. That's just the way it is. If you do other sports, then you might use your back, for example. So you're just going to be wary of these things. So into our hip flexors now. So as we did before, push through your open hip. Okay, hold that there. And then once you've found the stretch, if your right leg is forward, twist to the right. Obviously, if your left leg is forward, twist to the left. And again, hold for about 15 or 20 seconds. Good, find the stretch nice and deep. And relax there. Change sides. So find the stretch, nice and deep, and then twist. Good. And relax there. Good job. So we're going to go into our top half. So we're going to go into a bit of cat and dog to start with. So nice and straightforward, starting with our cat on all fours. Pull your chin into your chest and pull it back up. So really pull as if you're trying to pull yourself off the floor. Good, and relax there. And then into dog, so chin all the way up, pull your stomach down. And again, as I said before, imagine there's a string coming straight through your stomach, straight down to the floor, and arch that there. Good. And before we go into it again, I just want to reset onto your heels and stretch your arms out in front. So it's a bit of a reset. Just stretch your lower back. And relax there. Back onto all fours. Back into your cat position. So chin up. Pull your back up. As if you're trying to pull yourself off the floor. And relax there. Into dog. So chin up. All the way up. Pull that string down. Hold. And relax there. Back, sitting back onto your heels. Just neutralize. Stretch your lower back out. And relax there. Okay, so what I want you to do now, same sort of position on all fours. I'm going to take your right arm, run it along the floor, okay, and just reach out as far as you can, really go, push, push, push. Obviously keeping your knees on the floor still. Just open that up. When you find your full stretch, just hold that there. Control your breathing. And relax there. Back onto fours and then out to the other side. So take your left arm under your right arm and then pull as far as you can. Find that stretch and hold that there. Again, making sure your knees are on the floor still. And back to the middle. Again, just neutralize. Back onto your heels. Hold that there. Just stretch your back out. Just inch your fingers forward. Just really pull your back out. And relax there. Again, back onto all fours. Now take your right arm under your left and stretch out as far as you can. So it's a bit of a back, but trunk, bit of everything here. And relax there, change sides. So left arm under your right, all the way out. And relax there. Okay, so what I want you to do now is lie onto your front, and from there I want you to push off and arch your back, chin all the way up. Ideally, again, if you have the flexibility, keep your hips as close to the ground as you can and just really arch that up, chin up to the sky. I unfortunately don't have great flexibility here anymore. Something for me to work on. We all have stuff to work on, so all the way up and relax there. Sit back onto your heels, stretch your arms out in front of you, and just pull your fingers forward by keeping your bum on your heels. Just inch your fingers forward, just intensify the stretch. And relax there. Let's repeat that again. So down to the floor and arch up. All the way up as far as you can. Again, pushing your hips into the floor, chin up to the sky, and stretch that out. And relax there. And then sit back onto your heels, arms out in front of you, and just pull that forward and just relax. And relax there. Well done. Good work, everybody. So those of you still in the class, fantastic, great session tonight. Well done. Please hit the thumbs up, the like button, and please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Like I say, I will be running this class every Friday at 7 p.m. But every time I issue a link, that link will stay live for a week. So if you do miss it on the Friday night, you can still do it up until the following Friday. So that link will stay live until I replace it. I also do my PT bodyweight session on a Tuesday. Again, that's at 7 p.m. But same principle, once I issue a link, it's live for a full week. So if you can't join us on the Tuesday night itself, you can do it another time. Well done, Mel. Well done, Tom. Well done, Ange. Well done, everyone else who's joined us. Thank you for joining us on a Friday evening. Not sure many of you got many places to be at the moment, but why not do something you enjoy and it's going to benefit you long term. So do make sure you have a good drink tonight. You will still be burning these, your body will still be burning, still be moving, but also your DOMs are going to set in. So please make sure you drink a lot today, but also tomorrow and the next 24 hours. So do keep hydrated, keep stretching, and hopefully see you all back next week for another core session. Well done, everybody. Good night and see you next week. Bye-bye.